Ownership, energy, intentions, the 3 pillars to achieving effective results in your life, your fitness, and your business. I'm your host, Rich Cohen, and these are Performance Hacks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's good to be back. I've been off for a couple of days whilst traveling, and I'm excited to bring us back to this session today because I am bringing on somebody. We are live, actually, online in Vietnam. We're in Hanoi. We're with I've got an amazing guest on the podcast today, an incredible guest. Her name is Jenny, and she's from Hanoi. And I'll tell you what, something about Jenny, she is an absolutely exceptional young talent. One might even say an anomaly. And at just 16 years old, she's currently working as an NLP coach and trainer in Vietnam and is on a 5-year journey to becoming an NLP Master trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome to the show Jenny from Hanoi. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jenny, and I'm turning 17 in 1 month, and I'm from Vietnam.
Amazing. It's so good to get you on the show finally. I know we've been trying to set this up for a couple of weeks now, and Jenny's been busy. I've been traveling. Yet, here we are. We managed to make it work. And what's going on? How are you today? What's happening with you today?
Well, today I have a break from school. I have no school today. And I'm doing really great here. Like since last time I came back from Bangkok to Hanoi, and it's been awesome. It's been really awesome here.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, cool. And you were telling me a little bit about this retreat that you went on recently. You went on a mindfulness retreat, right, in Hanoi? Oh,
yeah. So last week I went on a mindfulness retreat in the north of Vietnam with another NLP trainer, Joe, and one yoga guru named Singh. And we've learned a lot. We've all learned and trained people and also coach people a lot on mindfulness, on meditation, on a lot of meditation techniques and yoga techniques, and also on gratitude and being at the present. It was really awesome.
Wow.
I myself learned a lot, actually.
Oh, you did? Awesome. What was your biggest takeaways?
It's about the meditation techniques, and I've learned a lot about how to be happy at the moment. It's really important for me as a coach and a trainer, actually, because we work with people's negative energy and negative emotions, right? Yeah. So if we don't know how to manage our energy, then all the bad energy will be taken in to our body and our mind. So we need to learn how to really manage our energy and learn how to be mindful all the time. Yeah.
Managing energy, that's a really important part of coaching and training, I think, especially when you're working with people with that. Like you mentioned, you're dealing with emotions and you're dealing with the problems, how to protect ourselves as coaches and trainers, and also to be able to give our clients the best that we can, the very best versions of ourselves.
That's right.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. And look, it's been since about 3 months since we met at Train the Trainer, something like that.
Train the Trainer in Bangkok.
Yeah.
It's been
January?
Nearly 3 months. Yeah,
nearly 3 months. And yeah, I mean, this podcast is all about performance hacks for your life, your fitness, and your business. And you know, I kind of went to when Jenny and I first met three months ago. I was pretty much blown away that, like, you know, a 16-year-old could be as well versed with such an incredibly vast topic like NLP as this young lady is. And So so I was kind of keen because we spoke a little bit, but a lot of times it was training, and there's lots of people
Yeah.
around. But I'm really interested to find a little bit more about what NLP means to you.
Well, to me, NLP is simply a technique for us to help us to know how to use the right language to communicate with ourselves, the positive predicates, positive language to communicate with ourselves and to communicate with other people. And it's all about words, and words really shape your life. Normally we use a lot of negative phrases. We think negatively, right?
Yeah.
And NLP really help us to learn how to reframe the events that we experience, and so that we can have an excellent experience by communicating in the right way with ourselves.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And when did you first? That's just a really great breakdown. And when did you first learn about it? Or when did you first sort of start your journey into learning about NLP?
Well, my journey is quite special. I started to learn about NLP in 2017. So the moment I decided to learn NLP was the moment when I failed my high school, my specialized high school entrance exams. So you know what? In Vietnam, we have normal high school and specialized high school, which is really prestigious. So I set a really high goal and I failed to my dream high school. And I felt totally disappointed, very, very disappointed. And it was a breakdown moment for me. So I decided to learn NLP Prague. And that's when I started my NLP journey. I started NLP practitioner, and I was blown away. I was really blown away. And I decided to also learn NLP Master Prague and train the trainer as well.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So just from failing a specialized high school exam.
Yeah.
That's
and lots of other problems in my relationship with my family as well.
Oh, okay. Can we tell us a little bit more? Can you tell us a little bit more about that, if you don't mind? Love to hear about.
Yeah. So in Asian culture, usually parents and kids, when the kids turn to teenager, right? They don't usually have good relationship with each other. And I went through an exact same process. I fought a lot with my parents. We was always fighting, and I really thought that my parents never understood me, or my parents never loved me, and I feel so hurt. And one of my old negative behavior was my old negative belief was, if I don't please other people, they will stop loving me and they will leave me alone. They will walk away from my life. So I had a limiting belief, and it caused lots of troubles and dramas in my life. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that limiting belief of thinking of wanting to please other people.
That's right.
And because I think, well, I mean, wow, that's amazing. Thanks for sharing. And so wanting to please other people, that had a negative effect.
Well, I always sacrifice myself to please other people. I can do whatever other people want me to do. And even though when that action, that things might hurt me, but I can still do that because I'm really afraid of people walking out of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So, in fact, actually, that holding on to that belief was keeping you stuck.
That's right.
In that.
And I hurt myself a lot, actually, because I never listened to myself. whenever I want to buy something, I always ask other people if I'm permitted or if it's good to buy it or not. I never listen to myself. So I hurt myself a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. And yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of people, a lot of us,
That's right.
and people have been in similar situations before, and it's always good to hear people's stories, because we can get a lot of lessons from those. And
That's right.
what was it that enabled you to? What was it enable you to kind of like understand this about yourself, and to then reprogram those behaviors?
So the fact that I have learned about personal development since I was 12. So when I took up NLP, I really understand all the techniques in NLP. And I was thinking like, wow, this is really awesome. And I was just simply applying what I learned into reality. Like, I learned about reframing, and I used reframing every day, and it really works in my life, and it brings me like massive changes and breakthroughs in my life. Actually, at first I didn't believe in NLP. I thought it was some kind of scams, because in our country, right, people really have prejudice towards personal development programs and trainings. So at first I thought NLP was a kind of scam.
Yeah.
But I was really desperate, and I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do when I failed my dream high school. So I just took NLP Prague, and it really worked. In the end, it really worked for me, and it brought me like to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Wow, incredibly powerful. And sometimes in those midst of sort of desperation, where you really need to surrender yourself to something that could potentially will help you, is where you can get the biggest breakthroughs.
That's right.
That's fantastic. Wow, awesome story. And so, can I ask, what's the relationship like with your parents now?
Oh, now it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Fantastic.
There's a very funny thing that happened after I completed my NLP trainer in December 2017. My parents hadn't still not taken any NLP yet, and they had a bad perception about NLP. They also thought that it was some kind of scam. But the amazing thing was I really I apply everything that I learned about NLP to that situation, and I really understood what my parents were experiencing. So I fully understood, and I just let them do whatever they want to do. And the amazing thing was my mom finally took up NLP in the mid of 2018, and it was one of the biggest achievements that I've ever done in my life, bringing my mom to an NLP training, and she had a breakthrough from it.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so awesome. Big round of applause to you. That's beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. So cool. So cool.
I never dared to believe that my mom would learn NLP.
Yeah.
I never in my life. But I just let my mom do whatever she wanted to do. Like, when we experience something new and something awesome, we always want to change the environment around us by telling people that they should do something.
Yeah.
But that will only create resistance, and I created resistance to my parents at first, but then I just let them do whatever they want to do, and I really understand what they were going through. And finally, my mom, out of nowhere, asked me to bring her to an NLP training.
Fantastic. And well, I mean, that's amazing. Just backing off and letting her make a decision.
That's right.
Either way is okay. And
Very funny.
and you know the what I love about that is also a massive, not just congratulations to you as well, but also a massive round of applause, and it's very inspiring about your mum. You know, being able to kind
That's
of
right.
surrender and be open and willing
That's right.
to commit. So she's an incredible woman.
Yeah.
Very, very
She's
cool.
amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah, that's really, really incredible. All right, excellent. And oh yeah, so and how about the exam? Tell me about the exam at school. Did
The
you?
exam at school.
Yeah, did you go?
I do really well actually.
Did you go back and do that exam, the second one?
Yeah, the second one. So, I had my midterm exams just 2 weeks ago. So the funny thing is, before the exam started, the day before the exam started, I was still in Singapore.
Oh yes, okay.
and then I came back the night before the exam started, and it was still going really well. I don't know why. Well, actually, because I have no pressure at all at school. I have no pressure about the result at school. Whatever results that I have, I can learn something from it, and I can like move on with better result, and I never felt pressure about it. Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe you kind of took the pressure off yourself in a way.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are just 14 NLP Master trainers in the whole wide world. Jenny, you're on your second year to become an NLP Master trainer, and you will become the youngest NLP Master trainer in the world. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, that's unbelievable. And tell me now, or tell everybody, tell the universe. The universe wants to know, what made you decide to take this as a career choice?
Well, it was really simple actually. When I completed my master part, my NLP Master Practitioner program, I had a huge breakthrough, and really what I've learned in the program has changed my life. So I was simply thinking that, wow, it would be really awesome if I was able to take all of this back to my country to bring it to as many people as possible. And that was the moment when I decided to take up NLP trainer program. And I decided to become a trainer and a coach because of that. A lot of teenagers and young people in my country, Vietnam, are dealing with suicidal thoughts and traumas every day, because it's an Asian country and we're a developing country. So it's happening very common in our country. That's why I really want to bring it to as many people as possible. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. I didn't realize that it was such a it was happening a lot to young people. Suicide was happening a lot to young people in Vietnam.
That's right.
That's really important then, to be able to share this incredible knowledge with these young minds. And it sounds like you've already had some great experience.
Oh, I've met a lot of people with suicidal thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's and then have you worked with them, like coaching them and
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes.
That's
and
amazing.
They all have amazing results.
That's fantastic. That's really making a difference, Jenny. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you we're going to go a little bit more into that in detail a little bit later.
Okay.
For sure. And I also want to know, we'll definitely get back because I want to know about what's going on with you in the future.
Yes.
What's the kids your age, right? What's kids your age doing? So like you're doing this, you're doing this, you're coaching, you're training, you're going to school. Like what are other kids in school your age doing? Because I remember when I was 16, I was useless.
Well, boys, they play games
Yeah.
and they play sports
Right.
and they study.
Right. Okay.
Girls, they go to YouTube to watch makeup tutorials, buying clothes,
Yeah.
buying lots of makeups.
Yeah.
And girls really like to talk to each other. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember girls always talking to each other. That was what I think all girls do for sure. But and tell me about like, so how is it like balancing schoolwork, coaching, and training? Is that a challenge?
Well, it's not a challenge at all because coaching is actually my passion, and that's what I really enjoy doing. And I don't like coaching every day. I have a coaching session every week, but I still give myself time to relax. Like I still have time to relax and to recreate my energy.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. And that by with coaching that helps you. You mentioned me off air earlier that coaching helps you get your energy back.
Yeah, that's right. The mindfulness retreat.
Yeah,
It was
amazing.
awesome.
And you know, when I first started NLP around 2 years ago, even at like 35 or 36 years old, I was honestly a little overwhelmed with how vast this model of communication is.
Model of communication.
Yeah, and trying to remember everything and apply so I didn't forget was a big challenge.
Yeah.
Massive. I mean, even now is definitely a challenge because it's so vast and so big. So, what advice would you have for sort of any people that have done NLP or thinking about doing NLP who might be in a similar situation?
Well, actually, what I've learned from NLP is that we don't. It's not necessary for us to really know old techniques deeply. What I've learned about it is we learn about techniques, and some will work well for us, some will work well for other people, and we will just pick up whatever techniques that work for us and also apply it into our lives. Really, it's all about applying. One NLP prac, two NLP prac, or one NLP Master prac will not change anything if you don't apply all those knowledge into your life, into your daily life. It means nothing if you don't like do it, you know.
Yeah.
So learning is a very huge part, but the other huge part is applying. So you can apply it everywhere. The NLP model of communication, you can apply it in every single situation. Yeah. Or another example would be reframing, right? Reframing is used in every situation, no matter it is a bad situation or a good situation, you can still use it. And it really works. It gives you breakthrough every time you apply it into your daily situation, daily life.
So it's kind of like use it or lose it.
Yeah, that's
you gotta like anything when you're learning everything, when you're learning something new.
Yeah. When
you finish, like start to use that information as much as possible. And we all spend so much time and money and effort, and well, a lot of people, I think, going out to seminars and hearing some great people talk and getting inspired, getting motivated, and then going back to our lives and just not actually applying anything that we've learned.
Yeah. So really, when I apply it, it brought me to a whole nother level in my life. So learning something, I already have a breakthrough, right? But when I apply it, I even have more breakthroughs in my life.
Yeah.
And it really changed my life when I used all the techniques. When I used the techniques that work for me.
Yeah, awesome. So you're seeing that instantaneous change as soon as you're
Yeah.
applying it yourself as well. That
That's
motivates you to
right.
use it more often.
Yeah.
And I always like to ask people about their obstacles that they've overcome in the past,
Oh
as
yeah.
a great story always inspires so many people to be able to relate to a person and also feel that it's okay to be authentic and let their walls down.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier about sort of your relationship with your parents and also with the exam situation. And have there been any other sort of key turning points in your life so far as obstacles are concerned that you've had to overcome for you to get where you are?
Um, I have quite lots of problems in my relationship with other people. So I've told you about my limiting belief that I have to please all people to to make them stay in my life.
Mm.
So that's why I have spent a lot of energy in doing lots of things that I don't like for people that are not meant for me,
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to deal with people who hate me. So hater is a really big problem to everyone. Like not everyone likes you, and it's the truth. It's really a truth. Like not 7 billion people on earth will love you. And when I first knew that I had hater or that person didn't really like me, I was really shocked.
Mm.
And I was so confused. I was like, oh my god, I did everything nice and people still don't like me.
Yeah.
And I feel so hurt, I feel so hurt. Like I was doubting myself a lot.
Mm.
And I was struggling with it for a quite long while.
Did it make you feel like there was something wrong with you?
Yeah, like they just simply didn't like my personality, and I don't want that. I wanted perfection,
Right.
I wanted everyone to love me, to adore me. But then it all came back to applying what I've learned. Like I did some timeline therapy coaching.
Mm.
I also did a lot of reframing, and I realized one big lesson that not everyone in this world will love you and will adore you. And it is called diversity, and you gotta respect that, and it's the beauty of life. Actually, it would be really boring if you live a perfect life, and there's no challenges, no obstacle at all.
Yeah.
It will be very abnormal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is one big lesson that I've learned. Another lesson that I've learned is that respect other people's model of the world. So each person has their own model of the world, and therefore some people will like you, some people will love you, some people will not like you, and it's okay. It's their model of the world, and we have no right to judge it because there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
And I really learned how to love myself more, because the moment when I'm in love with myself, like everything will fall into place, and I will only attract people who are meant to stay in my life, and people who are not meant to stay in my life, I will let them go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's really, really that's a really cutting, very, very cutting statement. And I loved what you mentioned about diversity and like how to appreciate that being able to appreciate diversity, and being okay with not everybody needing to be what other people need, other people want us to be.
That's right.
Or expect us to be even, and
Yeah.
and appreciating the beauty that is this difference.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. And I'm sure there are a lot of challenges with being a coach and trainer at a young age. To be honest with you, when I'm that's a funny story. When I honestly, I'll be honest. When I went into the trainer course in January, so we were in a trainer course in January together, and I was a participant in this course. And Jenny was she was one of my seniors, giving me feedback on my presentations. And when I found this out, and I found out like a 16-year-old girl was going to be, giving me feedback on my presentation. Initially, like, my ego flared up, and I was like, "What? I'm a professional businessman, and some young whippersnapper is going to be judging me on my presentation." You know what? Interestingly enough, it didn't last long because, literally, as soon as we were in that small group together, and I'd seen how certain knowledgeable and passionate you were about the content and about helping the participants in the room. It just made me. I dropped my guard straight away, and I was like, okay, well, I really want to. It didn't even matter. I really wanted to learn from you and with you, because it was, I could see that there was a lot of congruency there. So do first impressions make a big difference, do you think?
Well, to me, first impression, it's an important factor. But it's not everything. So a lot of people, when they first saw me, especially adults, when they saw me as a coach, they were like, "Oh my God, she's only 16, and you're now standing up there teaching me something. Like, are you sure about that? I'm a lot older than you." They were all like that, and at first, right, when I first started my journey becoming a trainer and a coach, I was so scared. I was really scared.
Imagine, yeah.
Because I have to work with lots of adults.
Yeah.
Most of my clients are adults, actually.
Oh, wow.
So I have to talk to them very often. But a lot of them have the first impression that you had with me in trainer, but then really, I think that as long as you work passionately and you help people with all your heart and with all your kindness, then they will sense that energy. They can sense that energy, and they will you can finally build a rapport with all of them, no matter who they are, no matter they're adults or they are kids, as long as you're sincere and kind. Yeah, and that is also one of my golden rule in being a coach, that I will always have to be kind and help my clients with all my heart, wholeheartedly, and everything will finally be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And your participants can feel it, and your coaching clients will feel it. Because I and they'll see it as well, they'll know it, because I was the same. Within the first. After the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, this is cool. I think for us, it's an insecurity as well for adults. It's a bit of an insecurity.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's that kind of like bit of fear as well. We're also thinking to ourselves, are we too late for this? And all these limiting beliefs start to pop up for us. And I think that you handled it really well, and it's very, very interesting. It was a very, very interesting learning process for me to go through, and I really appreciated working with you during trainer. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, learning how to floss. Jenny and Sunny, her friend Sunny, right? Sunny, they're very good at that flossing dance exercise where you floss. And they're teaching me how to floss, weren't you guys? And then I overtook you, and I got better, didn't I? Wasn't that right? So what advice do you have for any young entrepreneurs or kids out there that know deep down that they have a talent and passion for something, yet they may not know how or what way they can explore it? Do you have any
Oh,
advice for
yeah.
someone like that? Kids, sort of like young teenagers, or even kids these days.
Yes. So it's really important for a person, especially from a young age, to find themselves an environment that can that is suitable for them to express their talent. So and sometimes they are really young people are really blind about what they would do because they haven't know how to really express or follow their passion. So they have no plans, they have no goals, they have no vision for that. The first thing that we gotta do is to make decisions. At first, I really didn't know how to become a trainer. I didn't know how to, and I have no vision for the near future that I would be a trainer. I just know from the bottom of my heart that I want to help people, and that's why I made a decision to help other people.
Yeah.
And then naturally, I myself attracted lots of events, lots of people, lots of things that come into my life to help me to achieve my passion. And the moment I decided that I would bring NLP to as many people as possible, I knew about NLP the trainer program like right after I made that decision. It was really awesome. And the thing was, my parents, my whole family didn't really support me. So basically, I started my journey alone. You know what? I organized my first pack alone. My mom wasn't there. My dad wasn't there because they were all so busy. So I was the only one in that training, and I had to take care of everything from the light, from the sound, from the PowerPoint, from the food for my participants. I did everything on my own. So
wow.
what kept me going is I made that decision, and I know that it was the right decision to make. And the second thing is believe in yourself. Really believe in yourself. If I hadn't had that belief in myself, I wouldn't have done so many things in the past 2 years. So even when it was really hard for me when I first started, I still had that unshakable belief that I would succeed, and that was what kept me going in my journey when it's really hard. And the third thing is that you need to surround yourself with successful people or people who have the same vision and goal, because environment is really important. So Jim Rohn, you know Jim Rohn, right?
Yeah,
really
yeah. Love Jim Rohn. Yeah.
He's awesome. So Jim Rohn once said that you are the average of 5 people that you talk to daily. And it was really true. It was true. And I really experienced how environment affect my personality, my energy, and my outcome. So once I was aware of it, I surrounded myself with people who are more successful than me, or people who have the same goal as I do. And it created an environment for me to grow, to learn, and to develop what I already have. And also, I got the energy, the support from all those people, and it kept me going on my journey as well. It was, yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Boom, there you go. The golden nuggets of advice right there. That's really, really, really important. The surrounding yourself with the people that you talk to the most on a daily basis. That's great because I talk to myself all the time.
No wonder why you're succeeding like amazingly.
I was just kidding. No, that's a great piece of advice. Yeah, it's the environment, your behavior, your belief in yourself, and just talking about the belief in yourself. What is it that you do? What is it you do that enables you to continue having that belief in yourself? Because sometimes we have those days, don't we? That just anything doesn't go to plan. You get a little bit shaken, and but how do we stop ourselves becoming shaken? Like you mentioned, like having that unshakable belief. What is is it daily habits? Is it weekly habits? Is it what kind of tools are you using there?
Well, what I do to myself every day is to celebrate every success that I have in that day.
Yeah.
So the success here, to so many people's success sounds really big, right? It's something really fancy, and to people success takes time. But to me, success simply is waking up every day and still being alive.
Right.
And every moment in the morning when I wake up, I always tell myself that, oh my God, I'm still breathing. How amazing is that?
Yeah,
and I celebrate my very first moment of the day, because a lot of people, they want good health, they want to be healthy, but they cannot, and they're dealing with diseases or sickness. But I'm still healthy, and that's why I'm very proud of myself for being healthy. Or when I received my maths exams result and I scored 6, right? 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I was telling myself, like, wow, I scored 6. How amazing is that?
Yeah.
At least it's not a 0.
Right.
I feel so proud because it's a 6. And I congratulate myself on very small things like that.
Yeah.
Or even when I have a delicious meal, I also celebrate. I was like eating my favorite food, and I feel happy. I feel so happy, and that moment I celebrate. Yeah, my experience.
Right.
That's what kept me going. Yeah.
So it's the small things. It really is the small things. Yeah, I did an episode a little while ago on gratitude, and I thank you for bringing this up about the small things. Celebrating those small. They don't have to be big things. They don't have to have achieved a financial goal or having to have done something ridiculously large. It can just be like the small things, right? The small wins. Yeah.
I only do things like that. I don't really do big things like organizing something big, but I do very small things daily. I also practice gratitude as well in the morning.
Yeah, beautiful. There you go. You heard it right here, guys. Got to get conditioning. Got to get working on it. And we're the sum of the small success. We are the sum of the small successes we make on a daily basis. Is that a saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We'll make it into a saying anyway. And tell me what about your role model? Who's a role model for you? Who's your role model?
Actually, I have a lot of role models. I learn from everyone actually, because each person that I've met in my life, I learned something from them, even from my sister, even from my family.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of successful people that I was lucky enough to know about, and they inspire me a lot, like Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is the teacher of all time.
He's awesome.
And sometimes I learn from books, and I learn from everywhere. I've met a lot of people, so many that I'm not able to remember their names actually.
Right. So everyone can be, everybody can be, we can learn something from everybody.
Basically, it's learning, and you can learn from anyone.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, nice. And do you remember we spoke at TTT? We were chatting over lunch, and I was telling you about when I went to see Tony Robbins in Date with Destiny, and we spoke about the 6 human needs, which Tony talks about with certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and connection, and then growth and then contribution.
Yes.
Now you had some really interesting insights onto these 6 human needs, and I mean, I know it's a deep topic, I know, but would you mind sharing sort of like what your we're taking a little bit of a turn here, but I was really interested to know, to sort of like learn and listen about what your insights were on those 6 human needs and how they affect us, or what we need to be aware of with them.
Oh yeah, the 6 human needs. It's one of my most favorite things that I've learned in my 6-year personal development journey. So the 6 human needs of Anthony Robbins. The first need is that the needs of certainty, and the second need is the need of uncertainty. The third one is significance. Fourth one is love and connection. The fifth is personal development, and the sixth is contribution. So basically, the needs here are what motivate us, are our motivation. Behind every action, there is a motivation, and no matter what behavior is that, no matter how the behavior is, no matter it is good or it is bad, the intention, the motivation is always a good one. And the 6 human needs are what motivate us to do what we are doing every day. For example, the need of certainty. A lot of people, they get angry. They get angry at other people, and they got like really frustrated, and they can shout at other people. And that behavior is obviously, to many people, is a bad behavior, right?
Yeah.
But lots of people, the motivation, the intention behind that behavior is a certainty. Because when they get angry, they can get control over other people. And that is the moment when they get the certainty, because no one can hurt them, no one can go against them anymore when they get so mad and so crazily angry, and they shout at other people. My mom, for an example, when like before she studied NLP, before she took up NLP, she was a person like that. And when I found out that, I found it really interesting, because we no longer judge other people based on their behavior, because we know the intention is an awesome intention. Another example would be lots of people, they're addicted to pain. Is the truth. Like, they always want themselves to experience hurt and pain mentally, because only by feeling painful, only by feeling hurt inside, can they get love and care from other people. My friend, for an example, my very best friend in my class, she's my classmate, she used to have to deal with a lot of negative emotions. And the thing is, she didn't want to get out of them. She was sitting in her own negative emotions. She was feeling so hurt, but she never wanted to get out of it. And when I talked to her, I realized that it's because of her need of love and connection from other people, because whenever she gets into a trouble, whenever she feels painful and hurt, there would be someone who came to her and care for her. And that is the
Right.
pattern that has been repeated all over again in her life. So that
Wow.
is the positive intention.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
deep, isn't it?
Yeah. So by studying about the 6 human needs, we no longer judge people based on their behavior.
Mm.
And the bad behavior, the behavior we call negative or bad, can be changed. Really, it can be changed. And as coaches, learning about this is really important, because when we understand the root cause, the positive intention behind each behavior of our client, we no longer judge them.
Mm.
And when we don't judge people, we can coach people. And if we judge people, we cannot coach them. We will never be able to have a successful coaching session.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's super powerful. So no matter what a behavior may look like from the outside, there's always a
That's
positive
right.
intention behind it somehow, where a
Yeah.
need is being met by that particular person. So
That's right.
for us to be able to coach or work with them, I mean, I guess even not coach, but I guess understand somebody, if
Yeah.
it's a relationship or if it's a work colleague, I guess, as well, or
Yeah,
a teacher, or
that's
we get the opportunity to understand they might be in a different position than what we are.
That's right.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think that's going to be a huge takeaway for a lot of people on this show.
Yes.
Fantastic. And what do you like doing for fun? What's Jenny like doing for fun?
Well, I'm still a teenager. Sometimes I play games as well.
Yeah.
I play guitar and I sing when I have free time.
Okay. What's your favorite
Yeah.
song to sing?
Not right now.
But do you like? Do you like pop songs, or is it like more like rock or something different?
Well, I would say my genre is indie songs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I also read books. I used to hate reading books.
Mm.
I used to hate reading books like a lot, especially personal development books, because they're so long and so thick.
Yes. Yeah. Tell me about it. It's definitely an effort, isn't it?
But early, just a few months ago, like early in 2019, I read a book. The book title is "Pour Your Heart Into It" by the CEO of Starbucks, and I was really blown away. Like, my mom, I bought that book. Not my mom. I bought that book from bookstore because it looks really fancy from the outside, so that's why I bought it. I never intended to really read that book, but one day I was really bored and I read that book, and it was really awesome. So I decided to read more books, and I find that the more I read, the more breakthrough that I have.
Yeah.
And now I really love reading books. I don't hate reading books anymore.
Hey, awesome. And actually, so you're saying that there's a saying, isn't there? Never judge a book by its cover. Yeah. Pour your heart out into it made you change your mind. So that's good. Also, I've made a note out of that, so I'm gonna have a look at that book. You've had an incredible start to your career as a coach and a trainer.
Yes.
What does the next 12 months look like for you? Training, learning, seminars, coaching, traveling?
Well, the next 12 months, currently I'm still a teenager, so there are lots of things that I need to learn. Actually, I will continue my learning journey.
Yeah.
I'm actually learning about nutrition because I want to be a health coach as well, because lots of people, they don't get the healthy eating habits. When you don't have a healthy physiology, your mind cannot be healthy.
Right.
So I'm studying about nutrition. I'm also working hard at school because next year I will go to Singapore to study uni for 4 years. University. Yeah. I'll go to Singapore for college.
Oh, awesome. And what are you
yeah.
going to study at university?
Health and nutrition.
Yes.
Yep. Health and nutrition.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I will probably work out as well. I will work more on my body. I will work more on my mind. I will study about hypnotherapy this year. I will also develop my coaching session. I want to have the process of personalized coaching session one-on-one.
Nice.
Yeah. And I will organize Prague and Master Prague in April and in May.
Very cool. This year?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. It's looking like an incredibly busy year for you and a very exciting year as well.
That's right.
And don't forget to come and visit us in Bangkok. And you've got to get to my gym this time.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. Well, thank you. Listen, honestly, thank you so much for jumping on to the show today. It's been an absolute breath of fresh air having you on the show and listening to all your incredible experiences and your knowledge and hearing about what's the next step for you and hearing some of the incredible breakthroughs that you've had and sharing with us your knowledge as well. So it's been really, really fantastic. How can people get hold of you if they wanna see you or they wanna learn a bit more about what you're doing?
Well, they can contact me through Facebook, through my email, or through my Instagram.
Okay,
I
cool.
mostly use social media to get in touch with people.
All right.
Yes.
Awesome. So we'll share some social media links to this site when we post the podcast.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
for
so much.
inviting me. I had a really good time.
Oh, good. And I'm gonna once we finish this show, I'm gonna send it out, and we're gonna get it in through all the channels in Vietnam and Thailand and the rest of the world. This has been an absolute pleasure, Jenny. We've got one of the youngest NLP master trainers in training right now on this show. So have a listen, and as always, we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning into this episode. I appreciate you guys, and see you on the next show. With passion, with health, it's Rich.